Okay, microphone check. I'm outside, it's absolutely freezing. It's just coming up here into winter in the UK and I'm out testing the new MICROLITE rods. It's the perfect day to do so. MICROLITE SS Super Slim Carbon, 20% thinner blank. What does that mean? It cuts through the air more. I don't like stiff rods. I would rather cut through air than push through it with stiff carbon fibre. Having a slimmer rod means that you can cut through the air. This is the 9-foot 3-weight. Quite a strong wind. It just makes me laugh. It's so easy. I'm waving the rod around. You know when you're fly casting, you can hear that. That is the rod causing sound as it moves through the air. It's generating sound through the air because it's so thick. Yeah, there's a big wind now. There's a big wind. I'm going to really put this line out. You tell me if you can hear any rod noise. Nothing. You can't hear any rod noise. You need a rod to cut through the air, and that's what Super Slim Carbon does. Reel seat, carbon fibre insert, and a full, lovely, single turn, up locking reel seat, down locking on the nymph rods. Nice little emblem on the butt there. Proper, nice reel seat. Cold fingers, it's freezing cold today, no problem. There you go, on and off, really nice. Super slim cork, Flor cork, only the best. And then we get down to, what are we actually looking at? FUJI Torzite strippers. They are the lightest, hardest material you can get currently on fishing rods. What does that mean? Approximately they're half the weight of regular guides. Again, so it improves the response of the rod. So now we've got a super slim rod, we've got the lightest guides in the world, everything's just cutting through wind and bouncing straight back to rod straight position, much easier. But the thing I'm obsessed about is reducing friction. I don't like to push fly lines through the air, I like them to cut through the air. And I also like my rods to have very low friction guides on. Why? When you're hauling here, the stripper is the first place where the line touches, and reducing the friction at that first point of contact is critical, and I don't see enough people talking about it. So much so, we've got 2 on every rod. Even the nymph rods have 2 stripper rings. Why? I've tested and tested and tested, and it's just much slicker. Okay, weight is not an issue because the guides are already half as light as regular rings anyway. So they've got 2, and they're the most expensive guides you can buy currently on the market. So we've got FUJI Torzites, 2 of them, and then we've got Seymo diamond coated black snakes here. Absolutely beautiful. So everything's black on black. This is the prototype. So the actual production rods are grey. They've got black cosmetics on grey. This is just a prototype. But all the rods have got black FUJI titanium frames, titanium Torzite, and then they've got black Seymo diamond snakes. Absolutely gorgeous guides. You get much less friction. There's just much less friction in the guides. Okay, this is a 7'6" 2-weight. You should not be able to do this with a rod like this. Much less friction in the guides. That's Torzite. It's such a hard material, it's so slick. You can... Okay, so that's why we use Torzite, but there's another innovation that I want to show you. Okay? Instructors, master instructors, people that know what they're doing, have always done this. When you get a rod, if it's 4-piece and the stripper guide's on the first section, they turn it sideways, like that. So it's off the side of the rod. Okay? Let me show you what I mean. It's just an absolute joy to use. There's no friction. There's no friction. You know, you don't need stiff carbon. Well, you do if the line's thick and the rings are rubbish, because everything's holding it back and pushing through the wind. Okay? The rings are so thin and so hard, it's very little material for it to drag against the line. The stripper guide is the first thing that it contacts. Okay? That's where your energy dissipation goes. Okay? All the effort hauling is taken away by this ring, first of all. There's a lot of design has to go into that ring, a lot of thought. We've got 2 of the rings, we put 2 of them on. Okay? And the results are this. It's a 7'6" 2-weight. You know, the line's a micro thin line. It's a windy day. Okay, the wind's in my favour. It's blowing the right way, but still, I can cut straight across it like this. I'll show you. That's a 7'6" 2-weight. So yeah, the FUJI Torzite guys are just, I've always wanted to use them. They were never available, actually. The factory couldn't get hold of them until now. It's a 7'6" 2-weight. You shouldn't be able to do that with a 7'6" 2-weight. So that's FUJI Torzite. Okay? I once had a Hardy Richard Walker fiberglass rod, and it reminds me of these microlites. Ooh. How can I? They bend, but they're fast action. It's the best of both worlds. It's actually a very tip action rod. There's a lot of action in the tip, but because they're so thin, look, see that butt section bending? Look at that. Yeah? It's gorgeous and you can feel everything, but it's got a real sort of catapult effect to it, and that's the tip. Oof. You see, just with that hand movement, you can generate some massive amounts of line speed. I love the action of the rods. Yeah, fast, but soft with a lot of feel. It's a bit of an oxymoron, really. How can you have a fast, soft rod? Well, that's what the microlite are. That's what the microlites are. The microlite is a fast action rod, but it's soft. Okay, its action curve is straight with a lot of action in the tip, but it has a lot of bend in the lower 2/3. And what does that do? It means you can cast a long way with very little effort. See just that hand movement there? There's no big body movements. It's because the rod is doing all the work. See that? The combination of the action of the rod, which to me is the perfect fishing rod action. Fast, but with a lot of feel, okay? And it's got that real elastic catapult feel to it, and then it's quick recovery. The combination of that action with the super slim carbon, the extremely low friction guides, it's the cheese wire, it's the hot knife through butter. That's the principle. Okay? I don't want to push lines through the air. I don't want to bully anything around. I don't want to be tired. I don't want to scare the fish. I want everything to be easy. I want the rods, the line and the rings to all work together to create a really quite a poetic experience, and that's what microlite is. It's really the combination that, I've been fly fishing 44 years now, and this is it for me. This is the best I can do right now, and I'm really, really happy with it. Really happy with it.
in my knees. I wanna be